Hello, I'm Linda from Barlates Body Blitz. Unfortunately, Minnie has decided to walk out of the shot, but I'm hoping she'll come back soon. Today we're doing walk off belly fat 3,000 steps. So we're going to be doing 3,000 steps in just 20 minutes. It's going to be a fast pace. So I've picked songs that have got a rapid pace. We'll be doing all sorts of different variations on just walking, but anytime that you find it too fast or too advanced in any way, just come straight back to walking in place at your own pace. The main aim of this workout is to keep moving, okay? So we've got 60-second intervals. That's just to basically give me a cue when to change the exercise. 20 minutes worth. Are you ready to walk? Starting with just plain old walking in place. You want your shoulders to be soft, your knees to be soft, and we're just going to step. Now, because the songs are going to be faster, we're going to have to make sure that we keep our steps really small and underneath us. So we're just starting off with our arms kind of swinging casually by our side. Tummies are in, as if we're going for a little power walk. If it's anything like my weather at the moment where you are, you can't go outside that much, and these sort of walking workouts are great to get your step count up. Even at the end of the day, if you look at your step count and see that it's not up to whatever your goal was, you can just put this video on, walk along with me, even in your pajamas. You're not going to really work up a sweat, and you'll have your step count up in no time. Keep walking. We're going to add some arms into the walking next. 3, 2, 1. So I'm just going to start punching overhead. Punch and punch. It's just a light kind of punch. You don't even have to really punch so much, but just lift your arms. I just like making fists. And I've slowed down the pace of my walking a little bit now as I'm punching. Up and up. May as well get your arms involved. If you prefer to walk around the room, you can definitely do that. Or if you want to walk forward and back. I just got limited space here, so I'm just keeping it nice underneath me. But you can make it as active as you want, and you can make your strides as big as you want to. A few more like this. We're going to do some little step taps out to the side. The heart rate's going to come up a little bit, 3, 2, 1. So it's a step, tap, and tap. So it's a faster pace. If you want to make your arms like little runner arms, you can. Keep your knees soft here. Step and step, step and step. And you can slow it down if you prefer, or just go whichever pace you find is better for you. I've just changed my arms to make it a little bit more fun. So the aim of this cardio session is not to spike the heart rate super high. You want to keep it at a lower intensity, just like if you're going for a walk. So make sure you check yourself every now and then that you can still talk without huffing and puffing too much. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to stay on one side. Now I'm going to come out and in with one side. If you want to kind of bounce a little bit and pick up this other leg, you can. So it's a little kind of bounce, but I'm predominantly going out and in. So you can just go out and in like this, or do a little bit of a bounce. So I'm not jumping, I'm just kind of lifting my heel. Maybe put a bit of hip into it. So some of these steps, if you're not putting in that extra little step on the other side, may not translate on your step counter like actual walking steps. But don't worry, we're still getting it in. Side, side. 10 seconds. You can do whatever you want with your arms. I just kind of like doing this little runner arm. Guess what? Other side. So if you just want to do the out and in, it's tapping in. Otherwise, just start kind of bouncing up and down on this other leg. Loading the thigh. So whenever we're using our larger muscle groups, you're going to feel the heart rate is going to elevate a little bit, which is not a bad thing. But if you want to come down here for a bit, take some deep breaths, and then get back into the faster pace, then you can definitely do that. We're going to be doing lots of little steps like this today, because this fast pace really gets those extra steps in this shorter workout. But don't worry, we'll do larger range of motion as well. 2, 1. Step side to side, bigger range of motion, arms up and down. Good old side step. And if the arms are too much, maybe just in front. Arms kind of sinking down a little bit as I tap together. Make sure you've got a nice tall posture. Keep going. 19 seconds of this one. So whenever you incorporate arms, especially moving them above your heart, it means that your heart rate is going to spike a bit more, because your heart has to work harder to pump that blood up and around. 2 and 1. Now we're going to do a similar move that we did before in the tap out, but we're going to go front, back, heel, tap, and you can either just stay here or do that little kind of bounce move on your supporting leg. Now this one's going to be hard pretty quickly, so this is your option. Heel and toe, heel and toe. I'm going double time to really get that extra step in, or those extra steps in, but you do not have to do this. So I'm kind of bouncing a little bit, just bouncing on my toe, lifting my heel on this supporting leg. 6, 5, and we're going to switch to the other side. 2, 1. So maybe you're just starting like this. You want to have, I nearly fell over. You want to have the weight in the heel of this supporting leg, and then once you have it, just that little kind of bounce. If you don't want your arms like that, maybe you're putting your arms like this. Maybe you're putting your arms to the side. You do whatever you want with your hands or arms. You don't have to do it really far ahead. Keep the heel quite close, just in front of the other foot. And if you need to, it's definitely fast, I know. Hopping, bouncing. We're going to prance in place next, which is basically just like walking, but we're just going to lift our heels. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So imagine you're walking here, and now just keep your toes planted and bounce by lifting your heels. Lift your heels. Let's put our arms overhead and out. Overhead and push out. If that's too much, just stick with these or just stick with these. So I'm not actually jumping, I'm not lifting my toes, I'm just pedaling through the heels. And I know you wouldn't actually be walking this fast down the street, so this is definitely a simulation type workout. Getting that heart rate up, I'm starting to get warm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to tap behind. So it's diagonal behind. Tapping your toe. Maybe squeeze your tricep as your arms extend. And once again, just keep it really small. Take some deep breaths and then come back to it. You can make this as big as you want or keep it really narrow and small. Keep going. So it's diagonal, slightly behind. A few more of these. 6. We're going to stay on one side. So diagonal behind. Doing that fast kind of tap back and in on an angle. If you wanted to, you could do boxing hands here, punching across. And if this is too much, slow it down or to your pace. Keeping my supporting leg soft. Come on. 20 seconds. We're just going to do this to the other side for the next interval. So in terms of belly fat, people are so different, and what works for one may not work for another. So the best thing you can do is to experiment on yourself. Try different things. So we're just switching sides, diagonal back. Try different things. Maybe higher intensity cardio does work for you, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe you want to go really low intensity walking workouts, or something in between, something medium intensity. Whatever you do, give it enough time to really make it a good trial. So you want to maybe use a month where you can start experimenting with adding a new style of exercise and see how your body reacts. Even though most of us might find it difficult to chart things, if you can get yourself a little calendar or an app, calendar app, and chart what happens to you during that month, that's the best way to know. Okay, we're going to go side to side, just simple. 2 across, 2 across, 2 across. So if you find that you're getting hungrier, you put that on your chart. If you find that you're sleeping better or you're not sleeping as well, you put that on your chart. There's so many things that exercise can impact throughout our day. Our menstrual cycle, for example, our mood. So if you experiment on yourself and you write everything down, it will give you a better idea of what your body likes and what it doesn't like. Side to side. Breathing. 2 and 1. Come back to marching. March in place. Maybe pick up the knees a little bit more that you're warmer now. Should we do some opposite arms? Punching, punching. Punch up and punch down. If this is not working for you, then just walk normally. Punch and punch. So there's many reasons why belly fat doesn't shift, but a lot of people kind of say this doesn't work, that doesn't work, but they only try it for a few days maybe or a week, and that just isn't enough time to show you for real what is going on and why it's working or why it's not working. You need a longer picture. Side, tap, side, tap. If you want it up to tempo, side and tap, side and tap. Side together, tap. Nice big arms. Same goes with diet. A lot of people start new diets and they just don't give it enough time. Your body needs to be able to adapt to different nutrients. And it might just take, for example, if you're trying to do a keto diet for the first time, it takes a while for your body to get fat adapted. You can't expect it to start burning fat as fuel efficiently straight away. Okay, we're going to go out knee. So you're kind of stepping wide and in. For some people, it can take more than a month for the body to become fat adapted and start using fat as fuel in a very efficient way. Especially if you've been eating predominantly carbohydrate diet for most of your life. So once again, journal, write it down. What's happening in your body? Not just the scales, but how you're feeling, hunger levels, mood levels, so many different things you can consider. Keep going. And sleep is vital. Definitely vital for losing fat. You may not correlate the two, but I promise you, march back in place. Sleep is definitely the most vital. We're going to go tap in front to the corner. So you're staying with your knees nice and bent in the center and tapping to the corner diagonal front. So we've tapped to the side, we've tapped to the back, now we're tapping diagonal front. Because sleep is the time when your body can really repair itself. And you're giving it a break from digesting as well. Getting your body back in a more relaxed state. Hopefully, that's if you are sleeping. And if you're not sleeping, then that is definitely something to consider because it means that your cortisol would be extremely high, your stress hormone, which could definitely be stopping you from losing belly fat. So, using different tactics to mitigate stress in that case will definitely help you get you on the road to losing fat and sleeping better. Back in place. Are you finding this a little bit challenging, keeping up this faster pace the whole time? We're going to just do this walking interval and then we've got 2 more faster step intervals and then we're done. So for me, this absolutely flew past. I can't believe that we've already nearly been walking. Well, we've been walking about 17 and a half minutes. Is that crazy? Where did that time go? Come on. Keep up the pace with me if you can. The last few songs, we really need to make sure that we're giving it its all so that we're getting those 3,000 steps in. Okay. So this time, we're going to go across and side. And if you want that little bounce on the supporting leg, so you're crossing over in front of the other foot and side, tapping. You could be this, or you could be just staying in place, or that little heel bounce. Keep your toe planted on the supporting leg. This is going to burn your quad. Cross and side. And to increase the intensity of this workout, if it's not enough for you, add some light hand weights, add some light ankle weights, or maybe both. Jog some of the intervals. You can make this your own. But as I said, it's more to get your steps in, to get your body moving. It's not meant to be a high intensity workout as such. 2 and 1, other side. Tap and tap. Got my little bounce going. One side is always harder to balance than the other side too. So I'm finding this one's a bit awkward. So if you find that, then maybe just really anchor down with that heel. Front and side. Come on, 30 seconds and we're done. Tummies are in, shoulders are down and back. So yeah, prioritizing sleep, journaling, they are things that can really set you up for success when it comes to learning how to get rid of that belly fat or any other fat, or just give you a better, more energetic life in general. That was it. So those last couple of intervals got my heart rate up. I even have a little bit of a sweat going, nothing major, but I'm not huffing and puffing. I can still talk to you quite comfortably. So I hope that you enjoyed this walking workout. I hope that it helped you achieve your stepping goals for today, or even if you just wanted a nice session to move that body, then I hope it did that for you too. And I look forward to working out with you again very soon. Bye for now.